Hello lads and lassies, and welcome back to my channel as I'm Mr. Mayhem. Today we will be going over 5 films that most people love that I don't really vibe with that much. Now this isn't a hate kind of thing. I have it in my notes as hate, but that's just so I get the idea. But it's mainly this is going to be a mix of films that I don't love as much as everyone else does, or I just don't get it. But yeah, before we get into this video, enjoy this, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. And let's continue. So, first up, we have Trick or Treat. Now, this, again, along with, well, I say again, you guys will know this because I don't know when these videos are going out in terms of the order. But I talked about how, in my Second Sight collection video, if that's out yet, I don't know. But I talked about how Session 9 and Lake Mungo were two of the horror films when I got into it, were the ones that were like, oh, these are amazing, you have to check these out. But they were so hard to find. And Trick or Treat is one of those. It's not hard to find per se, but it is one of those films that I was like, ooh, I'm very intrigued by. But I saw it. Callum imported the Blu-ray and we watched it, and I thought it was fine. I like the anthology stuff and how it all ties together, but for me it was just, it didn't really do much. And then I saw it in cinemas around Halloween last year again with Callum, and I liked it a little bit more, but I don't know what it is. I don't vibe with it that much. I feel like I like the anthology stuff, but I feel like it's a victim of people overhyping it in terms of me getting a bit too excited about it and then expecting more from it. I don't know what I was expecting from it, but I feel like it is one of those films for me that I got a bit too into what it could be, and then what it was still pretty good, but I just didn't vibe with it that much. Yeah, not for me. Number 2 is Life of Brian, Monty Python's. This is one that I actually really didn't like. I didn't find any of the humor in it that funny. I just found it kind of annoying and childish. Now, it's kind of like, a bit hypocritical when I find a lot of childish stuff funny, but for me, I didn't vibe with it. I don't know. Maybe it was at the time I watched it. I haven't watched it in like 3 or 4 years, but at this moment, not for me personally. I just couldn't. Not for me. No, just didn't find it funny at all. So yeah, it's kind of put me off checking out Holy Grail. But we'll see. Number 3 is, I actually have a reference here. Now this is one of the more like tamer ones, but it's the Indiana Jones films. Funnily enough, I watched the trilogy all the way through for the first time a couple of weeks ago at the time of recording this, and it was fine. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I think Crystal Skull is my favourite, mainly because I think I watched it a lot when I was younger. And I really enjoyed it this time around as well, and I always have. But Raiders I found to be a bit boring. Temple of Doom I thought was better. Last Crusade I thought was about the same, and then Crystal Skull was one of my favourite. They're just films that I don't know what it is I just don't really, they don't imbue me with like just, I don't know how to explain it, but they don't get me very excited. Not to say that they're not exciting, but it's, for me, I don't know. I do have the 4K set because I did enjoy them and they look incredible, but I do not love them near as much as anyone else. But that's just me. Can't wait for all the hate I'm going to get for this one. Next up, I have a list of ones that I kind of scribbled down. Wizard of Oz is a good one. Now, the 4K transfer for that looks insane, but it's not for me. Again, it's just, I didn't like most of the songs. The set dressing was good, but I just find it relentlessly boring in my opinion. Like, I respect it, but I just do not enjoy it at all. Yeah, shoot me, but not for me. And then finally, we have one that Rocky 1. Rocky 1 is boring. There, I said it. Rocky 1 is boring. All the other ones are far more entertaining apart from 5. I like the fight. Again, it feels very short. But I just find the film to be relentlessly boring. Paulie is an abusive piece of shit, and I don't get why anyone likes him. I just don't vibe with it. I really just do not vibe with it at all. I think it's quite cool, seeing him rise up, but this last rewatch back in March when Creed 3 came out, I found it relentlessly boring. Yeah, that's about it. I felt like it went on for a bit too long. But I do respect it, but again, I just don't really enjoy it that much. But yeah, that's been 5 films that most people love that I don't really. Let me know what films you don't really like that most people love, and I'll get back to you in the comments. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoy this, remember to like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.